Okay, so now let us solve part B of the sample problem. It's the same problem with the same givens. In part B, they are asking us to find the velocity just before hitting the ground. And we know that when they ask for velocity just before hitting the ground, they are asking about V final. So the unknown in part B is V final. Now as the stone will fall, V final will be somewhere here, V final, and it is a two-dimensional quantity. It has two components, V final x and V final y. So to find V final, we need to state or to know V final x, and we need to know V final y. Then we will apply the Pythagorean theorem to add them because they are perpendicular to one another. Now, horizontally, since ax in a projectile motion is considered 0 meters per second squared, no force on the x, no acceleration, so the velocity or horizontal velocity will be the same. If v initial x is equal to 20, then v final x, so this is the first point, v initial x is equal to v final x, and it is equal to 20 meters per second. Okay, girls, so horizontal velocity never change. V initial x, V final x, Vx at any point will be the same like the initial number, which is a 20. Now V final y, actually V initial y was how much? Was 0. The stone is kicked horizontally, so V initial y, now I am working on the y direction, is 0 meters per second. V final y is some number. So we need to apply kinematic equations to know V final y. We can use the following equation. V final y, so now we want to find V final y. V final y is equal to V initial y plus AY delta t. Again, this is one of the kinematic equations. V final y is my unknown. V initial y in horizontally launched projectile, it's just 0. This term is nothing. Minus or plus minus 9.8 time needed for the object to fall is found in part A. From part A we found that the time is equal to it was equal to 2.56 seconds. So times 2.56, V final y, simple calculation, 9.8 times 2.56 will be minus 25, almost 25 meters per second. Okay, now to find V final, we need to apply the Pythagorean theorem to add these two. So it will be 20 squared plus minus 25 squared. Okay, by the Pythagorean. Simple calculation. I'm sure all of you can be now solving and checking with me the number. It will be about 32 meters per second. I want to mention, girls, that we are usually using 9.8 for AY. The more accurate value might be 9.81. If you use it, you might have some difference in small decimals. No problem, nothing to worry about. Now, because they are asking me for velocity, which is a vector quantity, after finding V final, I need to mention the direction of this V final. So I need to calculate the angle all the time. Direction means angle. Tan inverse V final y, the vertical component, divided by the horizontal component. This will give me, shift tan on the calculator, you will do 25 divided by, or negative 25 divided by 20. It will give me negative 51.3 degrees with positive x-axis. This means it's acting, or the V final is making an angle that is below the horizontal. This is for part B. These formulas are stated in the PowerPoint of the lesson. Whenever you are asked to find V final, you need to find V final x and V final y, then apply the Pythagorean theorem to add it. I think it's simple. If you have any question, please ask. Now in the third video, we will be solving part C.